Microsoft bringing more of its games to more platforms. So I reported Sea of Thieves coming to PlayStation, which I'd heard about last year, and hasn't been officially announced yet, but have good reason to believe it's coming. And
so you're still confident in that after that story has come?
Yeah. I have a general sense of when we'll be playing it, but yeah, I wouldn't have published it if I wasn't confident. And there's always some nervousness because you're putting yourself out there and you don't have the confirmation to point to and say, see, prove it. Yes, I still believe it's going to happen. Maybe it'll be announced by the time people listen to this. We'll find out. Maybe it won't be announced for another month or two. We'll find
This
out.
is going up an hour or so after. It's going to take me
You never
render
know.
and download.
You never know. I mean, Sony's State of Play is tomorrow. So like, if you run into a hitch, if life gets in the way for you and, you fall on the Covenant sword behind you for some reason, you get an injury, you might be delayed a day, and this might be announced on state. I don't know if it'll be announced at Sony State of Play, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. How are you guys upset about Sea of Thieves coming to other platforms?
Okay. So first of all, he's Captain Logan. His thing is Sea of Thieves.
This is the Reaper's Mark from Sea of Thieves.
Right. So more people playing. You like this?
I would.
Right?
Yeah, I would love it.
I would be fine. First off, to kind of lay out my stance, in bias aside, I am in the game because of the content that I've made for them. So I have a heavy bias towards the studio.
Right.
Already.
So you must know then. They must have already consulted with you about going to PlayStation.
No, they haven't. That's the weird thing is I talk to the devs on a regular basis, and I haven't gotten the devs that I've talked to don't know a thing about this. So, and that's the thing is the concern that I have is not so much if Sea of Thieves actually goes to Sony or to Switch. That was a thing that I've wanted since 2019.
Right.
The concerns that I have always been around the studio that is currently working. They have, I think, 4 studios total that are contracted, but also the main studio that are working towards building content for that game. On top of Everwild, I don't know if they have the bandwidth to try to port that to other systems and maintain support for those, or if that is something that is going to get subcontracted out to another studio and what the legalities behind that are. So that was my only ever concern with that. But I will be very interested to see if that actually happens, because it's a huge break from the branding of Xbox and stuff.
I have a thought, but I would like to hear your response to him first, because I have a question. But go ahead.
Oh, I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting the developers you're speaking to don't know about it. That's very intriguing to hear that. So we'll find out. I guess whether or not. How do you prove a negative though, right? What if this doesn't get announced for a year? Then I guess I'll have looked like a fool. But we'll see. I don't think it'll be that long. But we'll see.